Hello YouTube, Scamp the Wolf here, back with another video for your viewing pleasure. And today, on this review, we're going to be talking about the new TAPROOT album, Scissors. Of course, I just talked about the new Red album, Rated R. Now I'm going to be talking about Scissors by TAPROOT. This is their first album in 11 years, and I'm pretty excited to be talking about this. So if you want, you're already here, but if you want to go see the Red Rated R review, definitely go check that out. But you're here to hear about the new TAPROOT album, Scissors. So we're going to be talking about that in this video. So, I'm just going to say right off the bat that this is not one of their stronger albums in my opinion, but it's decent. I think, it's a decent album. Um, like, more about the history and stuff of me being a TAPROOT fan. Like, I've been a fan since 2011, 2012, actually 2012. And my first album from them was Plead the Fifth. And then I got into Welcome, Gift, Blue Sky Research, all that stuff. Those albums are really good. Specifically Welcome and Blue Sky Research. Those albums are essential listening if you're into nu metal and all that stuff. So after the episodes, which was kind of a disappointment, kind of a letdown, it has not aged well since its release. Like, it took 11 years for them to release new music, and I'm finally glad that they did release new music with Scissors, even though it's kind of a mid-album. Here's what I'm going to say specifically about this album, Scissors, and that it's good to, relive all the nostalgia, I guess, even though I guess I can call it nostalgia. I guess it's been long enough. It's been 11 years since I got at this TAPROOT, after all, about the same time it took for them to release a new album. And it's good to relive it, remember their sound, or whatever you want to say. I don't have the correct terminology, but it's good on a level that they're back and they're making music again, and they're having fun, I guess, while making this music. But in my honest opinion, there isn't a lot to this album, aside from a couple of tracks that are pretty good. I think I did pre-order this album just to I will say that, to just to have all the TAPROOT albums, because I do still enjoy this band. But this album is kind of all right. It's all right. It's definitely not one of their best, but whatever. I guess I will start out by saying victim I play, whatever you say. It's kind of weird with the dash. I thought it was called victim play, but it's victim I play. VIP. That's what the song is. That song is definitely classic TAPROOT. I think inspired. It's not nearly as good as that, but it's good for what it is. And then you have favorite song, which single, and I feel that song is pretty good as well. Nothing mind blowing or whatever. I feel the lyrics, are a little bit okay, whatever. It's TAPROOT. They're having fun with it, I guess. But the other tracks on here, there's really three or so other tracks that I would say are pretty good. That are pretty solid. Imagining, Second Thought, and Hey, which is the bonus track. Ma, also pretty good as well. And that's kind of it, though. But again, I'm not saying that any of these other songs are bad or anything. They're just kind of weirdly constructed. After the two singles we Control Our Destiny, which I gotta say I kind of checked out a little bit for this song. It's not great or anything. And also, one thing I have to point out is that the production on this album isn't necessarily great. Yeah, it's independent. Yeah, sure. It's not going to have great production, but Red if you want like a little bit of spoiler from the Red Review, that's an independent like album, and that had great production. This kind of has mid production. Like you can tell that the vocals aren't really mixed as well with like the music, I guess. Like, and when you hear like Stephen Richards screams on this thing, you can hear like a little bit of like static in his vocals. Like you can, he's putting his microphone up too close to his mouth or whatever, and it's kind of like how I mix my vocals, to be honest. Like it's not like great vocal mixing on that part. And there's a couple moments on this album where I'm like kind of annoyed by that specific part about it. Like also no one else to play. That is a weird song. There is this like sample that like plays throughout the whole song, like of like kids like saying something or whatever. Like, and you thinking like, okay, this is probably just gonna be the beginning of the song or whatever, or maybe like maybe it shows up like sporadically through the song. Oh my gosh, like just like if you're thinking, oh, that's kind of annoying, like buckle up because it's throughout the whole song. I mean, the song itself is fine, but man, like if there's one thing I don't want to hear in music, it's a bunch of like kids like being annoying in a whatever, or like a sample of children or whatever. Like that's the least that I would want to hear from basically any music whatsoever. Basically. But yeah, that track kind of a dud, to be honest. We Control Our Destiny. Those two tracks kind of duds. Um and then the rest of the album just kind of meanders a bit. Um it's like Scared Together's fine. Love Without You, that's kind of a weird one because the guest vocalist that they have on there, Audrey Ray, that's a country singer, I think, because if you go on her Spotify, it's like you have Mickey Guyton, Thousand Horses, it's all just country music, like, and stuff. So that's kind of a weird feature to have on a track from a band that's new metal. But I mean, it's more acoustic based, so I mean, I guess there's that. But it's kind of a weird song. And then the Best Things in Life. I mean, this track very kind of nonsensical a little bit. Like I felt like there wasn't much to really like go through it. I think there's a lot of questionable choices in the lyrics and like in the vocal approach to this song. Like there's like spoken word, from what I remember. There's like a lot of like la la la's or na na na's or like do's or whatever. I mean that's kind of unnecessary for this kind of music. Like I mean it was fine if it was like a cheery song, but Taproot's not really cheery enough to like warrant those kind of like vocal like manipulations or whatever, like those kind of like sounds or whatever in their music, I guess. And in general, I just don't really care for that kind of stuff anyway. So I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, I wish they wouldn't have done that. But I mean, like, even saying that, I think Taproot Scissors is solid. Basically, on the level of Taproot's back. It's their first album in 11 years, and you get to hear Stephen Richards and the rest of the band playing music again, and like their style of new metal again. Which I mean, this album really isn't as new metal as like their other stuff. It's more kind of hard rock. But I mean, you get what I mean. You get what I mean. So, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's not bad or anything like that. It is not like Avenged Sevenfold, Life is But a Dream bad or anything. Or like some other album or anything like that. It's fine. And they have the benefit of being on a lower, lesser label. They are like at this point, kind of like a lost name in new metal, I guess, which is kind of unfortunate because of what I said earlier about their good material, which is Welcome Blue Sky Research. Those two albums should not be slept on. Very good. And then, yeah, that's basically all that I have for this album in particular, like Taproot Scissors. This is probably on the lower tier of their discography ranking, and when I we'll get to that when it comes. But as for now, I'm probably gonna give this. I'm thinking that a 6 would be a good score for this album because like I don't want to give it a 5 or 4 or anything like that. And also it isn't really a 4. It is not a 4 at all. Like, and if I feel so bad if I gave it a 5. So I'm comfortable with giving it a 6, and it is not a 7. So it is a 6. It is a 6 out of 10. So yeah, that's my review for Taproot's album Scissors, and make sure to check out both of the reviews that are coming out tonight. They will be posted, and they are already posted to the channel, so definitely check them out. Give them a like, whatever you want to do. Leave your comments in the comment box down below. This is Scamp the Wolf, signing out. Take care.